Are you feeling the weight of the new year goals already? Let's talk about how to keep your momentum strong while avoiding the common pitfalls that can slow you down when we return. Happy New Year once again, my mompreneurs, and welcome back to the Making of a Mompreneur show. I am your host, Rasheeda Green, the Digimompreneur, the owner and CEO of Get Coaching, the host of this wonderful Mompreneur HQ community, and the creator of the Digimompreneur Academy, where we help moms who are determined to find time, money, and location freedom to start growing and scale online businesses so that they can build a life of their dreams without neglecting themselves or their families in the process. And we do that through coaching, content, community, and through our Digimompreneur Academy. So, welcome. Right? Once you get yourself ready with your goals for 2025, you think, okay, I'm excited, I'm going to do this. But what happens when the initial excitement starts to fade and those roadblocks start to creep in? Today, we're going to talk about how to keep your momentum strong through Q1 and avoid common pitfalls, as well as build habits that will carry you all year long. I'll share insights on why motivation dips, how to map out and overcome obstacles, and why celebrating even the tiniest wins can be truly a game changer. Plus, I'll tell you how to join the upcoming live Q&A where I'll answer your specific challenges. So, if you've got your pen, paper, digital device, or something to keep some good notes on our conversation today, then I think you're ready to dive in. And if you're ready, you can go ahead and put hashtag ready. In fact, you can say hashtag live if you are joining us live, and hashtag replay if you're watching the replay, and let us know where you are joining us from so that we know exactly how far and wide the Mompreneur HQ community reach is. We like to know who we are impacting with our Making of a Mompreneur show. All right, let's go ahead and get started with number one, the motivation dip. You know it, you hear about it, you've experienced it. And we're just going to have a real quick reality check. Motivation is temporary. Okay, reality check. It's easy to feel unstoppable in the beginning, especially the first week of January. But by week 2 or 3, reality just sets in. The kids are back in school, your to do list feels endless, and those shiny goals suddenly feel. Here are 3 big reasons why motivation dips. Number one, your goal may feel too big or unclear. For example, if you're saying, I want to double my income this year, that sounds amazing. Double my income. Woohoo! But if you haven't broken it down into smaller steps, it can become overwhelming. Another one is comparison syndrome starts to kick in. You're scrolling social media and seeing everyone else's perfect little plans, their big launches and their significant wins, and suddenly your progress doesn't feel good enough. Another is that life happens. Maybe your childcare falls through, a big expense pops up, or you just hit a wall of exhaustion. You're tired. You can't go any further. Sound familiar? It's totally normal. But here's the good news: motivation doesn't have to carry you, your habits and your systems can. How can we reignite the spark? When you feel that dip, try these tips. Reconnect with your why. Think about the deeper reason why you're pursuing this particular goal. Maybe it's providing financial freedom for your family or showing your kids that dreams are worth chasing and it's never too late. You can try to break your goals into smaller wins. That to me sounds like an easier task to do. An easy task to do. For example, if your goal is to launch a new product by March, what's one thing you can do this week to move closer? Maybe it's outlining the product or brainstorming names. And then what's the next step out of that? After that, this next small step after that that you can do to get you closer to that launch. Break it down so it's easy to grasp and easy to attack. Then another thing you could do is do something fun to spark creativity. Sometimes just stepping away from the work can bring fresh energy. You can go for a walk, listen to music, or do something creative that's unrelated to your business altogether. Now, if you are already listening and you already know that, yeah, I started to feel that slowdown, that motivation is starting to slow down already, yes, in only week 2, then here's something I want you to do. We mentioned reconnecting with your why. Go ahead and with your pencil or paper or your digital device that you already have ready, because we asked you to get that at the beginning of the show, go ahead and write down your biggest why. Go ahead and write down your biggest why. And if you want some accountability, then I want you to share it on social media. You can put it in the Mompreneur HQ community. You can put hashtag Mompreneur Momentum, and I can follow the hashtag to see what you put in there. But if you want accountability, that's one way that you can do it, because once you put it out there, then it's, oh, this is something I really got to do. That might be the push and the motivation that you need if it's already waning. Okay. So go ahead and write down, what is your motivation? What is your why for the reason why you set these goals in the first place? Put it in the comments in the Mompreneur HQ community, or on a Digimompreneur Facebook page. Or if you just want to just throw it out there for accountability, you can just use hashtag Mompreneur Momentum, and I'll be able to search it from there to be able to support you in your efforts to stay motivated with your 2025 goals. All right, then let's talk about our next thing for momentum in action. Today's show is Momentum in Action, Overcoming Obstacles in Your First Quarter. And we talked about our first one being the momentum or the motivation dip. Well, our second one is the obstacle mapping. So, mapping just means preparing for the obstacles, preparing for those challenges and roadblocks that you think might be a hindrance as you plan your business. And here's the truth bomb: challenges aren't roadblocks, they're detours. So don't think because you hit a roadblock in your goal setting or you're achieving your goals that, oh, it's the end of the world, the sky is falling, I'm not going to ever make it. First of all, it's only week 2. Second of all, it is not the end. It is just a detour slash distraction, but it is not the end. You still have time to get back on track. If you expect them, you can prepare for them, these roadblocks. So let's talk about 3 common obstacles that mompreneurs may face in Q1 and how you can tackle them. All right. Number 1 is the basic when it comes to mompreneurs: lack of time. And now, what this might look like is that you're feeling like there aren't enough hours in the day to tackle your goals. One way that you can address this is by time blocking. This strategy allows you to assign specific time slots to different tasks. For example, you can block 2 hours on a Monday for content creation. You can dedicate 30 minutes each evening to respond to emails. You can use a family calendar to ensure you're not overcommitting between your business stuff, your personal stuff, and your family stuff. So you can start small with the time blocking. It's just 1 hour a day for focused work. You'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish. And if 1 hour even seems too hard to do, we talked about breaking things up. Do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night. Either way, make a commitment to your business and what you can afford to do, and put that in your calendar. Because if it's not in your calendar, you are more likely to forget or not complete the task at all. Another thing that might seem like an obstacle is tech overwhelm. And that's feeling stuck because you don't know how to use a new platform or a tool. And so you want to start simple again, and don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're setting up an email automation and that feels daunting, start by manually sending your emails until you get the hang of it. Period. I mean, we're not going to make a big deal out of tech. What we can't do, maybe we need to hire somebody to do. But if you want to learn that, certainly do it manually if the automation is not there, and just do it until you figure out another way. You can always use resources like YouTube tutorials, free webinars, or even a Fiverr, right? You know, I talk about Fiverr. You can get some quick assistance. They're turned around, they're used generally cheap, excuse me, they're generally inexpensive, and they are pretty quick in their turnaround times. Another thing that might seem like an obstacle would be your fear of visibility. No need for me to go back and and rehash that. But you know, you can be hesitating to post online. You're resistant to going live, or you just, really fearful about pitching yourself because of self-doubt. Once again, we're keeping this simple. We're breaking it down into smaller steps. If going live feels overwhelming, then start with a quick video introduction or a photo with a caption. This is something that is easy to do, and it might not feel overwhelming because it's almost like you're walking into a room. You meet somebody for the first time you don't know. You shake their hand and you say your name, and and what it is that you do, just like a networking event. Very simple, something that you can do. Baby step, just record yourself doing it. Hi, this is my name. This is what I do. And thank you for checking out my site, my group, my page, whatever it might be. And just do that. Not long at all. Probably introducing yourself is probably going to be less than 10 seconds. But that's something, a small step that you can take to build your confidence, one step at a time. One thing that I would say, and I've offered these suggestions previously because I was also a very incooperative student. My coach was telling me to go live, and I was like, no. And ultimately I did. And here's the live. Here's the live. I do it every week. And this is my training that I do. But for this month, I would like to challenge you to post one video or story where you introduce yourself and your business. Simple. Introduce yourself and your business. And you don't know how many people may be out there just waiting for you to say that the doors of your business are open. There may be people in your circle or sphere of influence that already knew this is what you do, but you didn't say that it was official business. So they kind of been hanging in the winds, like, I don't want to ask her because I don't want to, I don't know. There might be somebody just waiting for you to go ahead and make that introductory post. So go ahead and do that and celebrate when you do. That's how it works. If you're currently experiencing an obstacle and you don't really know what to do, I ask you to go ahead and get out that journal, that paper, pen, paper, a digital device, and brainstorm. Okay, this is the obstacle. This is the struggle that I'm dealing with right now. And brainstorm at least one solution. But if you're brainstorming and you're thinking about this obstacle and how you can overcome it, I I think you can come up with more than one response. But even if you're struggling with how can I overcome this particular obstacle, I need you to think about one solution. All right. Do that for me and we will move on. If you are keeping up, go ahead and drop keeping up, hashtag keeping up, so that I know that you are keeping up with our notes on how we can maintain momentum in this Q1. All right, so we talked about the motivational dip. We also talked about obstacle mapping, and now we are talking about the power of micro wins. I kind of mentioned it a little bit in our step 2 obstacle mapping, but hey, let's get into it. What are micro wins? A micro win is a small, actionable step that moves you closer to your goal. Think of them as the stepping stones to big success. Here's why they're powerful. They build momentum. Every task you complete gives you energy, gives you this wind to tackle the next one. And number two, they boost confidence. It's proof that you're capable of making progress, no matter how small. And then three, they prevent overwhelm. Instead of focusing on the entire staircase, you're just taking it one step at a time, right? One step at a time. That is my word for the year is momentum. So I want to keep pushing, want to keep going, moving forward. But every step counts towards moving forward. So if you're taking one step at a time, celebrate that one step and move on to the next. And here are some examples of micro wins that you can celebrate even today. Writing one email draft, just one, for your next campaign. Now, I said write it. I didn't say it had to be perfect and proofread. Just go ahead and carve out the time to write one email draft. Now, I use Liz Wilcox. She has an email marketing course, and maybe I should share that with you all as well. But she teaches you how to write your emails in a way that is friendly, fun, and brief. You can go the long route if you choose to, but and some emails just don't even have to be all that long. Now, I did say in your next campaign, but if you don't want to go that route just yet, just write an email to your list. It could be something short, and as far as your next campaign, it can actually be a short announcement, a brief announcement. Hey, I've been working on this project. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share it with you, but I want you to keep your eye, keep looking out for my next email because it'll have more details. Something short. It's still for your campaign. It's preparing your audience for the next campaign, but it didn't take a lot of time. Again, small steps, simple, get started, don't wait. Another one is scheduling one social media post. You can schedule a social media post, get on that Canva, design you a quick photo, or like I mentioned earlier, take a photo of yourself, draft a caption, post it. Celebrate. Look, I did it. I posted on my Instagram or whatever the case may be. Small win. Celebrate. Okay. Another could be researching one potential collaboration partner, right? You know that you want to host this event and you would really love to host it with someone who has a compatible audience. Research that. Even if you're just scrolling, now this is purposeful scrolling, right? Even if you're just scrolling through your friends list, you're in a group and you want to search out people who are coaches, and you just type in coaches or what have you and see who's looking for coaches, who is the coach, who's teaching, who the topic that you're teaching. Go ahead and research one potential collaboration partner. And I didn't say you had to actually pitch them. Produce a list. Find one person if you need to, or produce a list of maybe 3 to 5 people. But once you do that, go ahead and celebrate. Another thing that you can do is set up a basic freebie funnel. Now, I didn't say go out and create the freebie. Hopefully, you already have one already created. But I'm saying set up the basic freebie funnel. What does the funnel look like? It's just the journey of how you get a potential customer from looking at your product to getting into your pipeline and eventually buying your product. If you're starting with freebie, that could be social media. How do you get them there? Your social media or your website, or you guessed it, on a podcast, wherever that start is. And then you go to the freebie, they sign up, they get your freebie. And once they get their freebie, what else do? You send them emails. And when you send them emails, you want to deliver the emails, sure, you want to introduce yourself, but you also want to set up an email sequence that's going to eventually lead to an announcement of some other product that is related to the freebie you just gave away that you think that this person who bought this, who downloaded this freebie, might be interested in buying this particular product. And so just drawing out the funnel is going to be, can be easy for you to do. If you don't have anything created, you can still, this, you can still draw the funnel. This is the concept of what I would like to see happen for this funnel. Each of these tasks might seem small to begin with, but together they create momentum, and that's what we want. We want to keep the momentum going. Now, one hack I would like to suggest for the micro wins is to keep a journal or a simple spreadsheet where you log your wins. At the end of the week, reflect on how far you've come and don't forget to celebrate. Actually, if you, as I started back to my corporate job, someone suggested that I keep a wins file, or a smile file is what it was called, a smile file. And that was the purpose of that file, is to document or collect all of those things that may make me smile, whether it's a compliment to the work I've done, whether it's an email or a highlight or a spotlight that somebody spotlighted me on for something that I did, you know, so that when times get rough, or motivation gets low, that I can look back in the smile file and be like, oh, I did that. I did do that. Okay. Of course, it also helps when it comes to annual reviews, but just for personal purposes, right? To be able to have this smile file to reflect on and know that, yes, I am doing good. And yes, I am making progress. And these reminders help to keep you motivated in times when things are slow, or when things aren't going at the way that you plan, or when these obstacles pop up and you think it's the end of the world. Look at your smile file or your win folder and think, oh, okay, it's going to be all right. I got this. I got this. And what you can do with these wins is that you can actually share one of them on social media, just to highlight, hey, I had a win this week. I know that in some Facebook groups, people are allowed to share their wins. And guess what? Other people are going to go, oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Great job. And that, you already posted the smile file. You already posted that. But now you're getting more encouragement to keep going, to keep pushing, and you're doing a good job and you're doing well. I would suggest that you go ahead and create yourself a micro wins journal or a spreadsheet that you can track these things on. Because, I mean, hey, who doesn't need a little encouragement every now and again? All right. So now it's time to take action. What's your biggest Q1 challenge? What's your biggest Q1 challenge? You've already, the year, brand new year has just started, and you're excited and you're motivated, but there's this one thing that popped up. What is it? What is this challenge? I want to hear from you. I want you to share it on social media with hashtag Mompreneur Momentum, or feel free to email me at hello@digimompreneur.com. And I'll be hosting a live Q&A soon where I'll help you to overcome these challenges and keep your momentum strong. And if you are a part of the Digimompreneur Academy, we will have our Q&A on the fourth Thursday of January. So make sure that you are a part of the Digimompreneur community, where we'll get an opportunity to have these conversations and more on a monthly basis. And if you are ready to get personalized support, schedule a session with me to create your own massive momentum map. Together, we'll map out your goals, your strategies, and next steps for a successful year. This is our ascension staircase, where we are creating momentum by taking one step at a time. We're building up our staircase so that people can come. We talked about that funnel. So where people could join you at the lowest investment, and then where they can progress to the highest investment of your business. So we have that opportunity with the massive momentum map. where we create that ascension model staircase for and with you um, during this session. So if you're interested, make sure that you go ahead and grab a spot. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. And again, I want to say thanks for tuning in to the Making of a Mompreneur show. I truly enjoy this platform. And guess what? We are in a new year. So we're going to have some more stuff coming down the pipeline. We've already jazzed up our borders and pictures, and we've changed up some things, even our intro and outro. But we do have some more things coming down the pipeline for the Making of a Mompreneur show. So make sure you stay tuned with us. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe, comment, share, so that we know that this is the type of show that you are, a show or topic that you are looking to learn more about. And hey, if you are not watching on YouTube, go ahead anyway and go to the Digimompreneur on YouTube and join us, subscribe, so that we can build up our subscription list, and also so that we can make more videos to help you build your business online. And I am so grateful for all of you in this new year. Looking forward to working with you. And remember, progress, not perfection. Let's make 2025 the year of momentum. Until next time.